Hello, Becca, P City. Thank you for coming in. Georgia, hello. Being that it's the middle of the afternoon, I'm sure we won't get a lot of people in here, but I did want to just share the news. I'm so wicked excited. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Said my mic was working. I'm assuming my mic's working. Just gonna give it a little bit and see if anybody else wants to pop in. Excellent. Thank you very much. Maria, thank you so much for joining me. Sounds better than my spelling. Yeah, probably mine too. Yeah, usually I'm outside and you can't hear anything because the wind's howling or whatever's happening on. Dobson, what's up? I don't do that very well. I try to keep that on the down low. So it is in the middle of the afternoon, obviously. Thursday afternoon. I think the thumbnail kind of expresses why I'm here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out and my wicked awesome exciting news that I have to share. Just thought I'd give it a few more minutes, see if anybody else pops in. Popping in? Oh, y'all popping in? I feel like I'm kind of at a weird angle here. I don't know what's going on. Bloody wankers. Pop, pop, pop. I feel like corn. I guess I'm in a good place for snacks. I'm home. I don't have to worry about that. Well, it says we have 6 fabulous people in the house. All my YouTubing friends. I really actually have a lot to say, and I don't even know. I'm probably going to just mess it all up, but I figured I'll do my typical Lori Ann stuff and just wing ding it. So that's what we're doing. We're wing dinging. A wing a ding. 4 minutes? Did it make it 4 minutes before food? I don't even think it made it 4 minutes. That's awesome. Well, it's funny I think of when we do these, when I go into a live, sometimes it's better than actually going to the drive-in. So, you go to the drive-in, you have snacks. You go to a live, you gotta have snacks. If you didn't bring snacks, then I don't know. Wandering, thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate it. You haven't missed anything. I haven't started. We've just been talking food. Hanging out. So I'm down here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where you would think it would be fabulous and warm and sunny, and it's not. It's cold. The weather's terrible. And it's expected to get worse, I think. So we're expecting some real drops in the temperature and a lot of rain. And unfortunately here, when it rains, Mike Turner, thank you so much for coming in. Late enough in the day, you got up from your nap, I assume. Art's in the house. I didn't see that. Thank you for coming in. There he is. Must be a delay. Delay for me. Well, I know there's a 10-second delay. It's snowing in Arizona? Nuh-uh. Something like that, Mike says. Well, I know they were talking about snow up in North Carolina. I don't think that we're expecting to get snow here. They did say that it was going to be something about 30 degrees this morning, but feel like 20 degrees. And it's actually not too bad out right now. It's just windy. And then, as I was starting to say, when it rains here, the rain it doesn't soak into the ground and disappear. Instead, it just floods everything out. So if you watch Mike Costello in the fishing, it's really, really difficult. CBC, thank you so much for coming in. What we find is a little bit of rain causes a whole lot of flooding. So where we don't have a lot of banks to fish off here, we have to do it off the landings. They get flooded pretty quickly. And anywhere that we do find a bank to fish off, same thing, gets flooded. The water's funny here, a lot different than a lot of other places that I've seen online. And I'm just rambling like a rambling man, rambling, waiting. Oh, is that your name, CBC? I didn't know that. Sean? Well, hello, Sean. Or is that the Wandering? Yeah, the snow. Ten fabulous people in the house. And I think we're at almost, 2:56, almost 3 o'clock. So you probably, from the thumbnail, can tell why I'm here. I'm just so wicked excited. I am the lucky recipient of a custom JV Outdoors rod. I'm very stoked about that. I really don't know what the whole story is. Michael Morello, thank you so much for coming in. No, I don't know if we're haunting. Hopefully. Hopefully there's no haunting in there. So what happened was I sent a link to my New Hampshire brother, Uncle Josh, One Ton Fishing Club, and asked him about, because I wanted to get out fishing. You know, I go out a lot with Mike Costello Outdoors, and I wanted to get a line in the water, so I was really thinking about getting a pole. And I had joked online about getting a purple pole. They're expensive. You know, I have a beer pocketbook and champagne taste, apparently. So, so I look at the St. Croix purple rods, almost $300. And at any rate, long story short, I sent a link out to Uncle Josh and asked him what he thought of a particular pole that I was looking at as a starter pole. And he says to me, oh, that's okay, but you know, did JV reach out to you? And I thought, no, why would JV be reaching out to me? He goes, well, you know, you might want to give him a call. And I'm like, trying to figure out what's going on. I have no idea why. Why am I calling JV? I don't know. And so I said, well, all right, you know, maybe I'll do that as I want to go in and get this ride. Oh, no, you might want to call JV first. So the story really is, apparently, is that they were in a somewhere online, somewhere in somebody's chat room, and started this discussion about JV wanting to build a custom rod. And fortunately for me, my New Hampshire brother, Uncle Josh, gave me a little shout out and expressed that I am in need of a rod. And that's how it came to be. JV said, absolutely, I'd love to make Lori Ann a rod. And that's how it all came about. So I made the phone call. Obviously, I made the phone call, and I'm just like, so, oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm very excited. I'm watching your chat as I'm talking, but hopefully I'm not missing too much in there. So I'm just rambling, kind of, just telling the story. But that's the big news, really, in a nutshell. And so the whole big boxing or unboxing, I think, will happen in about 2 weeks. So I just wanted to kind of get it out there and have you guys kind of watching for it. And I'm definitely excited. JV is the best, Becca says. Yeah, a little bit biased, maybe. That's okay, Becca. So I'm very fortunate, very elated, very blessed, very appreciative of everything. And I do want to give a couple shout outs, of course, Uncle Josh being one of them. I know he's not in the house. And thank you, Art, for being here, part of the One Ton Club. I actually have a mug. I think I can't really point, but it is sitting behind me. I don't know if you can see it that far away. The One Ton Fishing Club mug. If you have not been to their merchandise site, please do go visit that. But yeah, so really, for me, coming down here, part of the shout outs I wanted to give is Mike Costello, of course, Mike Costello Outdoors. Everybody knows I support him wholeheartedly. When I moved down here from New Hampshire, it was a rough trip for me. So a little bit of a change of life. And I left a lot of my gear in New Hampshire. So hunting gear, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I left an entire kayak with my sister. I did bring one kayak down. I'm hoping to get in the water. That's my big adventure down here. A little concerned about the alligators, rather. Hopefully we don't have crocodiles. Oh my goodness. But it's scary for me too. So leaving a lot of what I'm used to at home in New Hampshire, being able to just casually be out in the woods. I enjoyed my hunting. Fishing I did my whole life, but I only did that really off and on. Oh, excellent. You guys are throwing links. Thank you. But it's been, I haven't, oh gosh, I kind of joke because I did send Uncle Josh a picture of my nice bass. And I think that was probably the last time I actually did go bass fishing. And that was about 2017-ish or so. Um, so, but leaving all of that, leaving a lot of my gear, leaving just a whole lot. Uncle Josh, thank you so much for being here. Your ears must have been ringing. I was talking about you. Mike Cole, thank you for coming in. I'm going to try not to keep you all too long. I just wanted to pop in, kind of pop in. You know how it goes. Yeah, I'm only going to be here for a minute. 5 hours later. Yeah, so basically leaving all my gear behind, leaving all my normal adventures behind. I've been adventuring forever, but up in New Hampshire, I was very comfortable in the woods. So whether I was hiking, you'll notice on my YouTube, I thought was 10 years old, but it's about 11 years old. And my first reason for it was basically to upload my hiking, the summit photos, summit videos from my hiking experiences. And I really never did a whole lot with my YouTube from that. So I just uploaded these videos and put them there and really never did much with it. So coming down here and being so blessed to have met Mike Costello, who has introduced me, which is where I'm going with this shout out, introduced me back into YouTube, into your wonderful fishing community, which I'm so grateful for, all of you. And really kind of just, like, as you know, he takes me out fishing on occasion when we can get together to do that. So the big shout out really to Mike Costello for bringing me into this community. And what really is helpful for me is that it also gives me an outlet, because again, I've lost all my outlets in New Hampshire. I left them all behind. So being able to get in my kayak down here with the poisonous snakes, alligators, wild boar running around. I don't know. This is kind of a crazy place for me down here. So I don't really have a niche. So I'm really going to have to try to figure that out. But being an adventurer, I want to keep doing that. So hence the Laura Explorer, which Michael also helped me come up with the spelling for that and whatnot. Thanks, Becca. I told him, I said, we might be able to win the, oh geez, what's the Whisker Award? Dynamic duo. It's fun. It is fun. We went recently actually fishing. We didn't go live, and we just hung out and fished and didn't do the whole live thing. And he did, of course, take the videos when he caught the fish. But yeah, so it's not always about being live or being out there and stuff. It's just the hanging out and just doing your thing is pretty awesome. So I really have been looking forward to this Sunday. Hoping to get back out there again Sunday. I don't know if we'll do a live. The weather is supposed to be rainy. Very, very cold. But this brings me to my next segment that I also want. I told you I'm wing dinging this, so I have so much to say and I don't even know. I'm just gonna kind of keep rolling with it. But and that brings me back to the fishing pole when I was sending Josh my link and saying, hey, how about this pole? Is this a good starter pole? Nope, you might want to wait. Well, I didn't wait. I did buy the pole. And so I did actually get myself an ugly stick, which, I mean, I really like it. I actually like the fact that it says catfish right on there. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Bam, right there. And it's just an ugly stick. It's probably nothing. Really the reel, I'm not sure. Oop, geez. Tearing down the house. I don't have enough room in here. Another thing, again, shouting out to Mike Costello, he's going to help me set this all up. So I'm sure I could YouTube it, but he's going to put me all together here. So I'm waiting. I'm not going to put the line on the reel myself. I'm going to have him just kind of help me out with that. So that'll be part of hopefully Sunday's adventure. So, but that's, I figured, so I could get line in the water on Sunday. That's why I picked up that rod. What'd you know was going to happen, Joshua? I was going to buy that rod anyway. I don't know. I was missing the chat. I was too busy running my gums. Most offensive. Oh, good. I'm glad it's a good rod. So that's where I started anyway. I figured I'd get that. And then while I'm waiting for the grand arrival of JV's custom rod, I figured I could maybe get some practice in. And now I do have to also buy a reel for the incoming rod, which I've been looking at some. JV actually was nice enough to send me a couple of links of two that he thought would go good with the rod that he's building. Dawson. My famous line, bitches. But anyway, I probably won't share out that too much. I think I want to wait for the unboxing. It's going to be a surprise for me as well. But when I do finally order, I sent JV a message actually. He hasn't replied yet, but just being overwhelmed and looking at reviews and I'm not obviously the pro fisherman here, catfishing guru. So that's all going to be new to me, but I do want to have good stuff. I don't want to have stuff that is just going to last a week or, 3 fish in and have it break. So I do look at the reviews and I want to know what I'm getting. And so that was nice of him to send me those links and help me out because he knew what was going to be good quality and what would go with the rod as well. My pants? Oh, my leggings. Yeah, I'm hanging out. Oh yeah, I figured that, Becca. Absolutely, I figured that. Yeah. So that's the great thing about messaging, text messages and things like that is it doesn't require an instant reply. And I figured eventually he'll answer me. So I'm not worried about that at all. I know it'll come through. But I don't even know. I just kind of wanted to find out what his take on one link versus the other that he sent me and which way he thought I would go. But both of them, he did think were going to be good. And so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it too much. But I'm going to order it. I'm not going to open it even if the reel comes before the rod. Hopefully it will, but I do need to get it ordered so I can make sure that happens. And the worst case scenario, if it's junk or whatever, we'll send it back. But I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to get it. And that's going to be torture for me because it's going to be in a box and I'm just going to wait. And even when the rod comes, I'm going to want to do an unboxing for that. So I do want to be able to go live with that with the unboxing. And then I believe the plan is after that, JV will do a walkthrough of how he did the build. So a lot of exciting things there to come. I'm just, again, I'm so wicked excited, wicked blessed. And I appreciate everything that all of you have done. And so what I understand from JV was basically that he felt that I was such a supporter of everybody. And so when Uncle Josh threw my name out there, he said, absolutely, being that I supported the community so much that he would love to do that for me. And ever so grateful. And again, back to me leaving all of my gear behind and my life behind and trying to find a new niche. So down here fishing is obviously the thing. So catfishing is tough. Trying to find somewhere to do that. But ocean fishing is big down here. I don't know if I want to get into that. I may. I did some ocean fishing at home, but I don't know. But this is great being able to be into the YouTube and the fishing community. And it is giving me the outlet that I'm missing back home. So until I figure things out. And of course you watch my videos, if you are watching my videos, ghost hunting. That really wasn't my intention. I don't really know where my intention is with these videos and my YouTube, but I'm kind of just going with the flow and hoping I put them out there. I just want to share. So if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. As I said, it's at my YouTube sat kind of dormant for almost 11 years now. But being a part of your community, coming into your lives, watching you guys do what you love to do, it's just amazing to me. And it does give me the itch to get out there and do that same sort of thing. So whether I'm going to do a lot of catfishing or not, most likely I won't. My thing really is the exploring. So I want to get more of that in. I like that adventure of exploring. Hopefully not in some place that I'm going to get shot or fed to alligators. Ugh, that's sketchy too. So it's all of that. But yes, that's it. I wanted to give that big shout out to Mike Costello. He's probably sleeping as well. Also working the night shift. So, but I did want to give that big shout out to him, especially just taking the time to spend time with me with the fishing and kind of explaining that to me and putting me into this YouTube community as he has. And maybe not so, maybe not intentionally, but I came in as a big support for him, and then it just kind of took off from there, or sort of took off. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where it's going. It's just going. I'm just sharing, and I'm rambling. But so yeah, Sunday might be my big day to at least get some line in the water if the weather holds out enough for us to do that. And it's not so much the weather or the fact that it's raining. It's just that we need to find a place that we can fish that's not flooded. So that'll be the big thing. I'm reading. What are we talking about? Unboxing. I don't know. I miss Becca's. Watch, I'm going to end up timing you out, Becca. Don't touch it. Yeah, this whole live thing. I don't know how you guys do it and follow all the chat and all of that, but you all do so good at it. Oh, we're picking on Josh for something, I guess. Don't time me out. I know. Exactly. That's why I said, don't touch it. Don't touch it. But that's pretty much it. It's my day off Thursday. It's cold and crappy out. I really don't have any place to be. I just figured I'd put it out there and give you guys something to look forward to. Well, I'm hoping you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it again, just so wicked excited to have that and to have the opportunity that he's given me with that. And yes, I have my ugly stick out here, but oh my gosh, a custom JV rod. JV Outdoors, yep. Oh, and I was going to give something away, but I won't. I'm going to save it all. I know he's talking about it a little bit, so if if you're following him or following him in other forums, you may hear some talk about that. I was happy to hear some talk about Becca's rod as well. That sounds exciting. Because I kind of pop in when I can't sleep or it's late, and then I pop in there and I kind of catch tidbits of this, that, or the other thing. Hooks and Hammocks, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, Becca, I would think so. Absolutely. That's an amazing gift. And considering I'm not understanding how come though he is not building this rod for you. So, but I'm sure that's a story between you and him and whomever else might be following that. I don't know. So I did go out and buy, oh my gosh. So Yeah, I bought my rod, and then I also, of course, I'm a stupid gearhead. I mean, I don't go out for the expensive stuff. I can't afford it, you know. But I'm a junk. I don't know. Can you see? So you know, I love my archery, my bow. In New Hampshire, I went out hunting. I did not harvest anything, but I did go out with my rifle, and I did go out with my bow, and again, just exploring the woods and all of that. So I'm missing that a lot down here, but um, I decided really the hunting thing wasn't so much for me anyway. I really enjoy the photography, so I'd much rather shoot things with my camera than with my gun or my bow. But I do like to go to the range, and part of the gear is that I'm constantly, oh my gosh, a whole nother story. But again, coming down here, such a great change for me. And back to the fact that I left a lot of my gear at home, or I donated it. I did donate so much stuff, hundreds of dollars of stuff, or gave some stuff to my sister. But I do need to drop away from my bow, a drop away arrow rest. I do need to get new tips and things of that nature. I do use it. I go to the archery ranges. Some of you know I like to do that. But thank you, Georgia. Yeah. So then I, you know, also want to be a part of the fishing, which is amazing. Again, with JV doing this for me. Yes, I did get this inexpensive rod. I'm not going to say cheap, but inexpensive rod to get me by. So, but gear is expensive. We all know how expensive stuff is, and it can be hard to get the stuff that we want. So we all have our little wish lists of things, and we have to. Some of us have to just really save up and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then you're waiting and you have no outlet because you're waiting for something to come so that you can have that outlet, and it's hard. So that was the big thing for me. So this gift of this pole is incredible to get me started out there doing that without having to spend a couple $100 on a St. Croix or whatever it is. So I'm very grateful of that, and I will continue to save. I need to replace my camera. Unfortunately, I bought this fabulous lens for it, so I could do the close-up shots on an extended lens, 700 millimeter lens. But no sooner did that get here, and I unfortunately broke my camera. So I have to save for a new camera. I'm saving for the drop away on my bow. But in the meantime, I did buy fishing gear. So I do have all the stuff I think I need to hook my lines up and stuff. And like I said, I could sit here on YouTube, you know, all the stuff and how to rig up my line and stuff. But I'm excited to learn that directly from Mike. So I'm gonna wait for that, or wait for Sunday, and if worse comes to worse and we don't get out there and go fishing and whatnot, then I guess I will have to go back into YouTube and figure it all out. As he says, figure it out. So there you have it. But yeah, I got the fishing line, fishing leader. I do watch you guys. I listen. Sometimes, you know, when we get into the 6 hour lives, it's so hard to like try to go back. And I don't know if you've ever really spent time to rewind. Be kind, rewind. It's a real pain in the ass. You know, I don't know. You hit the little scroll and you want to go back and you're like, oh, what did they say? You know, what was it? And you can never find it again. It's, and even if you knew where in the video that you saw it, like what time frame it was, it's so hard to go back. And what Mike Costello was telling me is that he had actually put the links down in his last video, which I didn't go look at that in his description, but he listed pretty much everything that he uses. And I think that's a great idea. And speaking of links in the description, I did do my shout outs in there. So if you are not subscribed to Uncle Josh One Ton Fishing Club, which I know all of you in here are, but anybody else who is visiting that is not, I'm hoping that they will subscribe. And also to JV Outdoors, link should be down there. And of course, Michael Costello Outdoors, all great people, great channels, great content. Um, so those are my shout outs in there. Lisa Lee, thank you so much for coming in. No, Josh, really, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. I'm just elated. I'm so wicked excited, wicked blessed, um, and beyond appreciative and humbled. I'm just really, really humbled. And I want to make sure I get it out there. I want to share it with everybody. And I am excited. I'm also nervous about the unboxing, and all of that and how that works. But I guess just be myself and do whatever. Wing ding it. Just like I do everything. Wing ding it. And kind of like today's thing, I just wanted to put it out there, let you guys know that it's coming. I don't know if you've been in other, like I said, with Becca's rod as well. If you've popped into other people's lives, you may have heard some talk about it. I think JV has made a couple mentions of it, but I don't think he's giving away the color schemes or anything as of yet. So, I'm sure some of you could probably guess what the colors or color scheme might be, but I'm not putting it out there. I'm going to leave that as a surprise. So we'll figure out what I'm going to do for the reel, which one of the two that I might go with. And then I'll leave that as a surprise as well, the unboxing of that. And do that at the same time as I do the reel, the rod. So thank you, Becca, so much for being the tosser of links out there. Oh, you're doing a collab, Mike T. Interesting. So what's that about? I guess I missed the conversation about that. I didn't hear anything about that. And that's the other great thing about this. And again, like, I really didn't have any intentions for my YouTube channel. I still really don't. I don't know what direction it'll go, if it'll go anywhere. I just do enjoy sharing my adventures as they come. And I do like to kind of go with the flow as opposed to against it. So if the adventuring is what I love to do, and I'm hoping that everybody enjoys that. And then being the fact that I just love being outdoors, I can toss in the fishing as well. So, but I really didn't, as far as like a lot of people get on here and they want the 1,000 subscribers. Sorry, I can't even say that, which is fabulous. But for me, I love having all of you and meeting everybody as I go. And if they subscribe, fabulous. If they choose not to, that's okay too. The only thing I would like at some point is to at least make 100 so that I can change my damn link. I guess you need to have 100 subscribers to do a custom channel link. I think I'm grandmothered in. I was going to say grandfather, but I'm grandmothered in, being that, again, my channel is 11 years old. And at that time, way back when, how far back can we go? Eric, thank you so much for coming in. But way back then, they did let you have your username in there. And I think that was it. My username was just my first and last name, I think it was. So it gave me part of my last name in there. So in my link, it's Lori Main. And that was my first married name. So not that it's a bad thing. I'm still friends with my first ex-husband, but and he was the one that actually got me into all of the hiking and everything that we do. And oh, Becca's getting. I did see you say, or I heard you say that. Oh my gosh, my girl squad right there. I was just talking about that once with Stan about. I was joking because his granddaughters were in the live, and then all the other women coming in and out there fishing, and They're all fabulous, and I love that. And so I was just joking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get a girls squad together. And you know, my famous thing is boys rule, girls rule. We do. But yeah, that would be awesome, Becca. Doing a split screen. That would be awesome. Just getting out there. Oh boy, I could imagine. But that's exciting. I'm glad you're getting that equipment. I do mine. I'm doing mine on my phone. I do have an iPad too, but I do have the iPhone. I have a little bit of a bigger screen. I noticed that when Mike Costello and I were talking about that with his phone, it's a little bit smaller, harder to see, but it works. And inexpensive battery packs that, again, Mike Costello, I'm throwing them out there like crazy, but he mentioned the Walmart battery packs that, let me see, I have one just kind of hanging from my tripod, so excuse me while I try to pull one out. And it's not going to happen. So I think he talks about these a lot. The ONN dot, but he this is really good. I'm not doing 24-hour lives. You know, I'm not even doing half of that. So really, but this thing, it's heavy. But I think I paid just short of $30 for this battery pack. I actually had 2 of them. And I did notice once I charged it and just have it sitting around, it stays at 100. It's so, a lot of these that you buy, or like a lot of equipment you buy, once they're charged or sitting out in the cold or sitting around, they'll drain. And I have not experienced that with these as of yet. So, but it gets me out there, gets me started. And actually, my concern, aside from the fact that I was going to have glitchy video in my castle tour, but I was afraid that I was going to end up needing a battery pack. So I have this attached to my tripod so that I could plug my phone into it if I needed to. And that I ended up getting through that whole live without having to do that. So, but it is nice to have the backup. Night fishing, unless I'm out there with Mike, you're not going to find me out there all by myself at night. It's sketchy. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that, George. I'm also very loud, and I tend to have to be told a lot to quiet down. So if I am being too loud, I apologize. I do have a hearing deficit. And, you know, if you can't hear yourself talk, you scream. Plus, if I get excited, oh my gosh, then I'm really loud. And if I'm drinking, forget it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was saying that too, Becca. Like, you got to get out there and lift weights to catch these big fish. Oh, that's awesome. So glad to hear you'll be out there, Becca, doing that. You know, again, that wasn't really my intention, but I'm just going with the flow, going with whatever's going on. And it gets me out there. And there's not a lot. Amazingly, down here in Myrtle Beach, there's just not a lot going on. So trying to find, again, those outlets is difficult. But I do want to get my kayak. I miss my kayak in the water so very much. So I was kind of thinking that maybe I would just join one of those kayaking tours just to get me out there and get me started and familiar. So it's not even just about alligators and cottonmouths in the water, but the currents here, different from New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, I mean, we had rapid water all the time in New Hampshire. So a lot of our rivers, great for fishing, by the way, but yeah, you saw all that. This water here, the current seems to be more underlying, so it can look very calm on top, but be very strong below the surface. So it can be a dangerous experience for kayakers that are not familiar with the water or the territory. You have to watch the tides. That was another thing here, like in New Hampshire. I'm going to pause because I saw my name. What am I looking at? Are we still talking about exercise? Were we not talking about exercise when we were doing the tour through the castle? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back through. Oh, oh, that looks pretty good seeing my Laura the Explorer out there like that. I'm glad you all kind of like that. And I knew when I said it too, when I put it out there, I'm like, yep, everybody's gonna call me Laura now. That's okay though. I've been called Laura. I've been called a lot worse. Yeah, Georgia, that's I see I got, oh look, a squirrel. Yeah, it's terrible. But that's what I was saying, like the alligators, what I understood, they're pretty, they're not really going to bother you so much. And somebody said to me, don't worry about it. They'll either go underwater or swim away. Well, it's when they go underwater that worries me. But yeah, it's not so much about the alligators and the cottonmouths. Yeah, the cottonmouths are going to come up on your boat or fall from the freaking trees. I don't even know. And they're aggressive and they chase you. But yeah, really, it's about being in the boat. And I watched a video on YouTube, and I don't even know. I couldn't find it again, and I can never remember what it's called. But there's in the rivers down here, or in this particular case, there was some sort of inlet thing or an outlet thing or whatever. I don't know, but it created quite the current there. And unfortunately, a kayaker got stuck in that current, and it sucked his boat under, and he went under a tree. Thankfully he got shot back out from under the tree on the other side and was okay, but the kayak literally was collapsed in half, and that's scary. And Mike Costello was telling me about one down in where I think it was Peachtree Landing, maybe, where the woman went missing. There's all kinds of signs down there, but also he was down there fishing, and there was a kayaker that didn't come back. So he got lost out there in the water, but he was talking to that particular kayaker before that happened. Yeah, I could have named it. Yeah, I could have gone with Lori the Explorer. Oh, Explory. Lori the Explorer. That's true. I was going to say, because Lori the Explorer, or Lori the Adventurer, Lori Outdoors, everybody's doing, the outdoors or the adventure. So I wanted to be a little bit different. And yeah, and be a little bit rhymey. Lori the Explorer. I like that one too. I should talk to you, Becca, first. It's all right. And then the big joke was because Michael had made comment about me being the Dora Explorer one day, just because I had found a landing out in my exploration. I went out on an adventure one day and found a landing that he ended up fishing off from, and I just was out exploring. But I was actually I was out checking water levels for some areas that he wanted to fish, and then I went on to explore from there and found this other landing. But yeah, so that's where the Dora Explorer or whatever, and what is it? Swipe or no swiping? I don't know. But yeah, that's where it all came from. But it also being the explorer, because that's kind of what I am. I love getting out there and doing that. So that kind of still holds true to my personality. And I don't know. I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I'll flow with it. Michael, that almost happened to you too. Oh, I think I remember you telling me about that, a bad experience in the kayak. Did you lose all your fishing gear? Is that right? Um, yeah, it's scary. So, I mean, and then, yeah, I don't understand. I mean, these people just disappear. So there's alligators out there. I don't know. Where do we think they're disappearing to? Yeah, that's what I thought, Mike. I think I remember having that conversation with you about that. That's unfortunate, and then it makes you not want to get back out there and do it again. Yeah, Becca, the kayak fishing can be very tricky. So um, these guys make it look so easy, you know, and then when they're out there with 4 or 5 rods on their kayaks or whatever, but you the kayaking, you know, and depending on the water that you're fishing in, but you're always going to be moving. So you're always moving, and whether you either gonna have your oar to kind of straighten yourself out, or you're gonna have to have an anchor in there to anchor down. But then just casting while you're sitting is kind of like hunting, bow hunting, and learning how to pull back your bow while you're sitting. It's kind of the same concept. You know, it's definitely going to take practice to be able to cast. And then, oh my gosh, when you catch those fish like that, those big ones, reeling those in. Um, Kind of funny because I think DMV had a video there where he was in a float tube and was being pulled all over the river by one of the fish on the line. Yeah, the kayaking down the river is one thing. Fishing out of it while you're doing it is another. But that'd be interesting. Well, see, you've got good plans going on. I don't really, I don't know. I'll just share whatever adventure I have going on. So hopefully it'll be a fish. Hopefully this Sunday I'll have a fish on the line. We'll see how that goes. So I did, like I was starting to say, again, I digress. I knew. That's why I have to say I'm going to wing dang it because I have no idea. I'm talking about a trillion things and veering off on every one of them. But so I bought all the stuff to get hooked up, and I bought chicken. I'm going to just go with chicken. So I have chicken kind of sitting in some sea salt right now. And then I have some secret ingredients to add to that. So I'm going to do my own version of chicken out there. Um, we'll see how that goes. Duggar, how you doing? Kayak adds 10 pounds to the fish. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, Mike Cole, because I mean, yeah, you have the freedom to go where maybe other boats can't, but then also if you're on water where there are other boats and not kayaks, then you also have the wake, um, you know, and they can be going slow, and you're still going to end up with some sort of wake, um, and the boats crisscrossing, and that's the part of the problem we have here. Not even being in a kayak or in a boat out here, you've seen again Michael's videos where he's out there trying to fish, and these freaking people, and this isn't even the tourist season, so these people are just crossing over the lines, you know, and again, because we're taking up their dock, and we don't have anywhere else to be, so we're on the dock, and that's just stuff we have to deal with here. But you can see how aggravated he can get with that sometimes. So, um, and not everybody is so what's the word I want to say, but um, you know, they just don't give a shit. They just don't. They don't give a shit, and they're just gonna, oh yeah, he's fishing. Oh well, no big deal. I'm just gonna zoom right up over his line. But then they end up with the line in their motors and their trolling motors. So, but still, you're losing gear, you're losing your rig, losing your setup. I don't know. Camera adds. Oh yeah, does camera add 10 pounds? Oh boy, that's it. I'm done. Oh yeah, but that's just the kayak and the camera, Becca. And then you have all your gear on top of that. So you figure there's probably another 30 pounds there. So really, you probably gained 50 pounds. Yeah, I'll see. South Carolina, in my mind, I'm just still reeling. I don't know. I'm just still reeling about everything happening and going on here. But, and I am shopping for those reels. Ugh, I'm excited. Just so excited. I would have never actually thought I would have been doing any of this down here. And like I said, I moved down here from New Hampshire. Um, love my adventures there, my New Hampshire woods and stuff. And I'm just so lost here. I'm really lost. And thankfully I did find my archery range. I enjoy that very much, but I haven't really been out that much there either. I just volunteered there maybe last, I don't know, Sunday. Yeah, I guess it was Sunday. I volunteered there for a little cleanup because I have a shoot coming up. But I want to get out. I want to get out with my camera, which I broke. I can still use it, but unfortunately I went to go clean it. DMV, thank you so much for popping in. Your ears must have been ringing too. We were just talking about you as well, or I was talking about you floating down the river, or in your floaty and being dragged along by one of the fish you had on. So we're just basically sitting in here bullshitting because I already gave out the news. I think the thumbnail pretty much gives it all away anyway, so it's on there. That's really what it was about. It's just kind of letting it get out there so that you guys knew an unboxing was coming up, and so I could share my excitement and give out all my thank yous and my shout outs to those people that really made this happen for me. So again, Uncle Josh, my New Hampshire brother. Uncle Josh lived in Belmont, New Hampshire, which literally was a hop, skip, and a jump over from where I lived. I think it was several years prior to me, but he was still there. And so he's now my New Hampshire brother. I'm his New Hampshire sister. So you have that commonality, I guess. And then LG Bass is from Massachusetts. And everybody gives him crap about changing his name from the bass to the catfishing, but bass fishing is what we did in New Hampshire. So bass, trout, that was we didn't go catfishing in New Hampshire. The catfish are a nuisance. They're hornpout. We call them hornpout, and they're nuisance fish. So that's not something that we did there. So that's really, I think, where the LG bass comes from. And like he says, I guess one day he'll change it to LG Cats. Actually, is a cool name. You were there until 2001. Yeah. I mean, I was pretty much born and raised right there in Loudon. Well, actually not. But I lived in Loudon for 20 some odd years anyway. Maybe even 30. Thank you guys very much for tossing out those links. It's really weird that I can't see you in blue. So I really don't know who's in blue, who isn't, but I can see those ones that are tossing out the links. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, so sitting on this side of the camera, I didn't realize that we couldn't see who was the link masters in there and who wasn't. So, but this is only my second live on my channel. Second, maybe third live on my channel. I think it's only my second live. So, of course, I can't apparently. I can't make anybody a moderator from this. I have to wait until the feed is over because I don't know why. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it, Governor. I can't do it. So, yeah, for those that are just coming in, showing off my inexpensive ugly stick, but I did like, again, the catfish. Pretty cool. So you never know. Maybe Sunday I'll have my first catfish on the hook on the line. We'll see how that goes. So nice catfish really doesn't ring quite as well as nice bass, but that's okay. Oh, good, Kenny. Thank you. Yeah. So the whole story really was, you know, a lot of you had missed that in the beginning, and I kind of tried to wait for people to come in, but you know, people come and go too. So, but I'll try to make a quick version of it. Is that I sent Uncle Josh um, a link to this poll, asking him what he thought, if that was a good starter poll for me, and then he said to me, "Yeah, it's okay, but you know, did JV get in touch with you?" And I said, "No. Why would JV be getting in touch with me?" And he said, "I just want to probably reach out to him and give him a call, and that it would be well worth it." So I kind of just casually said, "Okay, you know, maybe I'll just wait until after I go in. And I want to go in and get my poll, and I'll call him after." He's like, "You might want to call him before you get that poll." So that's when I found out that I am the lucky recipient of JV Outdoors custom built fishing pole coming my way. But obviously, I did still go in. My intent was to fish this Sunday, so my unboxing probably won't happen for, I think he said, about 2 weeks for that build to be complete or build to arrive to me. I'm not sure which, but and I'm not pushing that at all. I'm very excited and fortunate and blessed and everything else. So he can take his time. I have my little ugly stick until then. So, oh, everybody does have an ugly stick? I'm gonna show my rod again. Well, I guess they're kind of a popular brand. I mean, Shakespeare's a popular brand. Um, so I actually have to change the direction. The reel I have to change. Oh, actually, no, I already did that. I don't know how I feel because I'm right-handed. So that means I'm going to be casting and reeling right hand. And I know some people will cast right hand and reel left hand. But anyway, that's that. No. Which do you want to see my catfish again? Oop, where'd it go? There it is. Bam. And I did get the extended, it was like, I guess, $13 or something like that to put a little extended warranty on it so that if I break, which I almost did, I don't know. I've hit the tip a few times, but if the tip snaps off, I guess all you have to do is take a photo of it and send it in, and they'll just send you a, I don't know, gift card to replace the entire pole. So I thought that was worth it for me to do. I don't usually do the extended warranties on things, but that's right, Becca. Yeah, yeah. We talked about the colors and yeah, and I think he's going to help me keep that a secret until the unboxing. So yeah, so sharing out that I'm getting the rod and that it's coming and the reels. I have two that I'm looking at. I'm not sharing that out there either because I didn't want to give too much away. I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. So whichever reel I decide to go with, I'll wait. I'll leave that once I order it and it does come. I'll leave it in the box and do that unboxing of the reel with the rod. So that'll be interesting and exciting. Well, it's exciting for me. So yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be catching sharks. But well, I want to say that I probably had an ugly stick when I went out surf fishing, but and I guess you can get out into the surf with this, but the surf poles are much um, heftier. I was trying to think of a good word there, but they're a lot thicker around and longer. So, but for the price of them, at some point down the road, I could probably just go get an actual surf rod and do that as well. And I don't think Mike Costello doesn't do any of the surf fishing, so I guess he won't be helping me along with it. Oh, he might. Maybe he'll help me with that one too, even though he doesn't like to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Um, yeah, geez, I don't even know. I don't know what I left out. So I'm all prepared for fishing Sunday. I got my stuff together, and again, I could probably put the line on the reel and get myself rigged up just by watching YouTube, and doing all that. Because again, I haven't fished since 2017. I don't know. Michael tells me it's like riding a bike, but we'll see. But I figured I'd wait and make sure I'm doing it all right, and do the whole experience. So I don't know that, again, I don't know if that'll be a live stream on Sunday or not, because our weather here is going to be horrid. It's going to be freezing cold, plus it's rainy, and I don't know if we're even going to be able to find a place to fish that's not flooded out. So 14 fabulous people in the house. Thank you all so much for coming in. Again, I just wicked excited about it. Wanted to share it, and also give my shout outs to those people that, like Uncle Josh, very much. And again, I don't know if you can see the Uncle Josh or the One Ton Fishing Club mug up there. It's back there, sitting on my gear shelf. Those were all Mike's rods, Becca. I didn't have a rod out there. No, I claim rods. Mike Cole claims rods out there. I don't know. I'm surprised Michael even ends up with a pole, because we all claim his poles when we're out there. But no, those were all his out there. Actually, that was a pretty nice, beautiful spot too. We were out there. I posted some of those for those that are on the Facebook. I had posted some of those photos on the Facebook, but really it was a beautiful spot. We went out early. Yeah, it is a nice mug. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably too far away back there, but it is there. It's on the shelf. But yeah, it was a beautiful spot, and we had gone out early enough in the day that it was warm. It was sunny. And then Sunday nights are tough for me. I work on Monday, so I can't hang out there as long as a lot of you guys tend to. But it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and the way his rods were laid out like they were. Although he struggled a little bit with the lighting, but that ring light he has, oh my goodness, that puts off a whole lot of light. And it was beautiful. So even though we didn't do it as a live, we were hanging out and just doing our thing out there. But it was a really pretty setup. And I think, like he often says, you go live, you don't catch a fish. Well, maybe DMV. Always out there, but yeah, it's like if you don't have the cameras rolling and you're just out there doing your thing, it's like, here they come, the fish are coming. But man, the moment you turn that camera off, you're like, dang, I have nothing to show you. So but me, I don't, like the one time I was out there on my first live there, thinking I was out there fishing, and really all I was doing is running my mouth like I'm doing now. Chatty Cathy. Yes, I am. I have never had a shark steak. Shamina's still in the house. Yeah, she's another one, Becca. I mean, we'll have to do. I almost said, yeah, that whatever I almost said was going to sound dirty, but yeah, we'll have to get all three of us up there. 4 of us. I think the girl squad is forming. Yeah. Look out, guys. Girl squad's gonna take over. It'll be fun. I don't know. But like I said, down here in South Carolina, things get sketchy. Um, and where we have to do a lot of our fishing off from the piers or the docks or whatever we're doing. And it's where a lot of, what do I want to, hooligans kind of hang out there, gangs, the drug exchanges and whatnot. And again, like you probably watched one of Michael's, those who did watch that live with Michael, and he had those people that were drunk coming down. I mean, way down off the beaten path too, way down on some road that you wouldn't think, it's not something that just everybody would have access, but yet there they were, and they're just drunk and firing off their guns. So that's scary. And then also, you know, I'm old, but I'm still a woman. Being out there by myself, and it's probably not a good scene. But there were some things. There was it's called Cox Ferry Landing. It's one of the wild refuge down here. There's many of them actually, surprisingly. But I wanted to check that out. And that was a place I found because I wanted to put my kayak in, and it was suggested to me to go down there and look. And then sure as shit, right where you put your kayak in, there's a big sign there about the alligators. So I'm like, nope, I'm out. Nope, not doing it. So yeah, but I do hope to eventually be able to do that. And that might be something else. Maybe I'll have to get a GoPro and take you along on my kayaking alligator adventures. The Fishing Girl Show. Yeah. Yeah. But again, it had to be daytime. Or at least daytime for me. I don't know. I don't know what the time differences are between us. Yeah, that's what I worry about, Kenny, definitely. And like, and where you are, oh my goodness. And then with the homeless, we do too also. We do too also. Yeah, we do. We have a lot of that. Yeah. Well, see, then I might have one up on you, Kenny. I might just get out there and do the kayaking with the gators. I do follow a couple of the groups, the kayaking groups. So I do, and down here. So I watch them, and they always do the photos of freaking humongous alligators just kind of laying out on a log. But it's just like anything out here, you give it its space, except for the cottonmouths. I guess they don't care. They're going to come get you anyway. I think I saw that about that kayaker being attacked, and I'm not really sure what the deal was with that. I didn't watch the video because I really don't want to freak myself out anymore. But if you find that link, please send it to me. Yeah, I think I do want. I thought that was down here in South Carolina where that kayaker. Yeah, or if that might be a different one, but there was one down here, and the kayaker got rammed by the gator and got pushed out into the intercoastal waterway. So, and I don't know if it was just a random. Oh, the young. Yeah, exactly, and that's true of anything. In New Hampshire, it was the bear. If they mama and the cubs, you don't mess with that shit. Mm-mm. And hiking, shoot them. That's kind of what's funny too. Is like I was down when I was down there fishing on Sunday with Michael Costello. I don't know. It was like an animal or something in the woods, but all you could see is his eyes just staring. And they look so big, and they're just blinking, staring. And here I am, like a freaking little little chicken hiding out behind him going, oh my God, what is it? What is it? But it generally, I think it's true. If you give the animals their space and you're not basically messing with them, they're generally not going to mess with you. And so that's true with any mother and her child, the babies. You just want to give them their distance, their space. So I'm guessing that kayaker, known or not known, just got a little too close. Oh, he knocked him out of the boat. Yeah, that is scary shit. That's what I did. And then that's the other thing down here. I heard about a boat that got, or a family that got tipped over, but something about being in a, again, it's the internet. I don't know, but something to do with being in the not cottonmouth. Yeah, cottonmouth water moccasin's nest or something in the water. I don't know. I never looked that up to see where they nest. I wouldn't. But that's just all the stuff like you get in your head. And now as I'm down here and I'm getting a little more comfortable, like on the range and stuff. And I do notice, though, it's cold here, so the snakes aren't as prevalent. But I am being very lackadaisical and watching where I walk. And when I first arrived down here, I was only here for a week and 2 days, and almost stepped on my very first poisonous snake. Jeez, what was it? Copperhead. Yeah. So I was at Brook Green Gardens and just talking to the guy at Brook Green. He's like, yeah, chances of you running a snake are pretty slim. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I let my guard down and I was just trucking. I'm like, oh, good. I'm going to just enjoy this trail. And I'm trucking down the trail, looking around, taking photos. Bam, bam, bam. I went to go take a step and not even one, maybe 2 steps. Bam, I would have been. He was just laid right out across the path, sunning himself out there. Didn't move. So in New Hampshire, pretty much the snakes would just move once they heard you coming. These copperheads, they don't do that. They just lay there. So, and even then with hiking on the trails or anything, you want to step on the logs, not over the log, because if that snake is under there, a few of the hikers have gotten hit that way. Oh, yeah. Now, see, that's one of the boats that I left in New Hampshire was a sit-in kayak. And I did leave that down there, and because I had just before moving here, I just bought us. They call it sit on top, but it just in the sit-in, your feet go down in and into a covered space. And so on the sit on top one that I have, it's just all open, which I think I would rather have down here because I don't want a snake getting down in there. If one's going to come on the boat, I want to see it, not have it go down. I'm down by my feet. But I think as the sharks, yeah, the gators are definitely getting fed down here. I don't know if we want to call them treats, but I've heard some stories. But and yeah, the ocean water, I won't get in. I took everybody down to the ocean here in my live tour of the castle. And it's so funny because when I was buying this rod, the guy was telling me how his son was just only up to his knees. They were out there and they were doing some surf fishing, and this big shark literally came by and grazed his leg, and he was only up to his knees. So no. And the freaking jellyfish are humongous. They're like bigger than a frisbee. They're just huge. So no, not getting in the ocean. Not happening. And I say that, and yet I want to go kayaking with gators and cottonmouths. Whatever. But I started to say, you get down here, you get a little more comfortable. So I think knowing that, kind of like New Hampshire, I didn't go into the woods thinking I'm going to run into a bear or a moose or something. Although it's happened. I've had moose come up at me while I was going down one of the hiking trails. And then I've also come down on a family of bears. So the mother and 3 cubs, big, they weren't just baby cubs, they were big cubs, but gave them their distance and they ran off. But you get more comfortable in your surroundings as you go. So you know that, like, I'm walking through the woods, I'm not looking for the snake every single step I take anymore. However, that could be a bad thing when the warmer weather comes. So the other thing is staying off the grass here because of the damn fire ants, and they have mounds. And I'm lackadaisical with that as well because I've just gotten more comfortable walking. So the nice thing about it being colder here is that, yeah, I miss seeing the alligators down in the causeway and that sort of thing. But being able to walk around and not really worry about the snakes so much, and that I'm happy about. And then the poisonous spiders on top of that. I already found one out here in the garage. In the warmer weather. Yep. Goose. Yeah, the fire ants. Yep. Yeah, watch them. Yeah, the bull sharks down here are crazy. Oh, you're talking to DMV. Mm-hmm. I think you got bull sharks in that river. I do not want to be catching. I don't want to catch anything down here like that. I don't even want to catch the gar, and that's all I hear about is the gar. Those are just nasty. But Michael did tell me that they're hard to hook because their jars all bone and everything. So pretty much they're just bait stealers. But so I'd imagine it would be for me. I'm going to probably lose a lot of my gear because I'm going to just cut my line. You can have it. Take it. So I guess down here they do the gator hunting. Um, you guys are talking about catching sharks, but I never realized what that involved as far as catching the gators. But you literally throw a fishing line out there, I guess. That's how that works. You reel them in with a pole and a line, and you reel them in, and then when they get to the boat, you shoot them. I think that's a gator tail. I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing too with the same thing with the ocean fishing down here. If you are doing it from the pier, or otherwise, but definitely on the pier, you're just catching sharks a lot, and that it gets annoying. I mean, it's cool at first, but then it's just annoying because you're not catching fish. They're just taking your bait and that sort of thing. So yeah. Yeah, I would be scared of that, Kenny, too. I don't think I'd want to be on. I'm not dangling my feet out of anything. No, not around. See, I worry about the snakes. Yeah, the bull sharks. So, why are we talking about this up in your river? Have there been a lot of sightings of these bull sharks up in your river? All up in your stuff. They all up in your shit. Yeah, see, now I'm just watching chat. Anyway. Well, I was gonna end this. I did get all my information out there, but if you guys are all set chatting for a minute, I just want to step away, have a cigarette. Um, but if you want me to leave you running while I do that, so you can continue chatting, I don't mind doing that. Like I said, I'm not really going anywhere. They're all up in your business. Only a few bull sharks have been spotted in the Potomac. Only a few? Yeah. I think one would be too many for me. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the name of the story, but it was in Mississippi. It was a movie. Yeah, I'm not going to remember the name of the movie, but basically that's what it was about, way back in the day. But these kids were out there swimming in their river in the Mississippi. No big thing, but there was a bull shark that swam 200 miles into the river from the ocean, 200 miles away from the ocean, that bull shark was. So yeah, that's a scary thing if there's a place for them to be and you have them swimming in there. Sorry, Becca. I don't know if you got gators out there, but yeah. Well, the same thing. I never really, in New Hampshire, I didn't think about that or any kind of poisonous snakes or anything. Snapping turtles, maybe. Worry about the snapping turtles. All right, Doga, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it so much. I think we're going to probably end this pretty soon. I was just letting everybody chat. I just popped out the information I wanted to give and give you guys a heads up to hopefully be looking for my big unboxing I'm so excited about doing. And that's a whole, I just never would even imagine that I would be doing something like that. I mean, I just came in to support everybody. I just came in to hang out, and it takes up my time. I get to come in here and chat, and it just gives me an outlet. So really that's what it was about, and a place to share my adventures when I have them. So nice to see you in here, Dragonfire. Thank you. If you're talking to me, thank you. I'm not leaving though. I was hanging out. I was letting you guys all leave. And I give you the chat room. I was gonna go smoke a cigarette while you're doing that. Kind of weird though when people leave their lives, isn't it? Thank you, Serena. That's true. I do live here. I'm not leaving. You guys are welcome to hang out. I mean, I just gotta go smoke a cigarette or something. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of times, I think a lot of times we all get in the chat and we're mostly doing that anyway. So that's really what it was. Just coming in, giving you the information, and be looking for something and putting it out there and sharing all that excitement with me and giving my call outs. I do like to do that. I usually thank you so much for dropping links, Mike T, Becca, anybody else who has dropped links. I appreciate that. And my forum will always be open for link dropping. I'm sure everybody's is, but I have no problem with that. Drop the links. Mike T was going to drop some links for me he said in my next live for some ghost adventuring channels that he watches. So Mike T, if you're still in there, you can certainly do that. But yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, right. Right, Kenny. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I say I'm gonna go smoke, but I actually go pee. I pee a lot. That was my hiking trail name. I never shared that, but my hiking trail name was Peace a Lot. And some people still know me as that. Yeah, yeah, Becca. That's awesome. It is fun. No gators. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the problem down here. That's going to be a problem for me down here. I actually looked into some snake boots, believe it or not. but I ordered just, I thought I was going to order them a half a size too big. I thought that was the thing to do. And then when they got here, my feet were floating in them. So I ended up returning them. And then I went to go reorder them. And now they're not available anymore. So I am now without snake boots. But I don't know if I really need them. But it would probably make me feel a little more confident. I don't know if that would protect me against gator bites. But, it just kind of makes you feel a little more confident as you're walking down through those areas. But yeah, come summertime. Well, and then again, I don't know, because I'm not familiar with the fishing down here, and I'm not familiar with catfishing at all. So I'm going to learn all of that from Mike Costello. But so I don't know. From what I understand, summer fishing down here is really tough, not only because of all the gar that you get or catch, but also because we are in the tourist capital of the world here. So once all those tourists come in for the summer, it's just going to be boats upon boats upon boats. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to find a spot to fish during the summer, but then I'll hopefully be out adventuring, doing other things as well. Yeah, Sharina, right? Yeah. Sorry, guys, I ain't gonna do them gators. Well, I know. I guess I'm the one that's gonna have the gators. You guys are gonna be like, yeah, okay, yeah, and I can hear it now. Lori, look out for the gator. And I'm not gonna be able to fish. Really? You just kick them? Poisonous snakes? Yeah. Oh, good. Mike T, there he is. Thank you. Former race car driver, now ghost hunter? No shit. Oop, sorry. Really? Yeah, I want to check that out. Yeah. Yeah, Georgia, right. And that's just it. It'll I'll still want to be on the lookout for whatever I'll be walking through, but having the snake proof boots on, I feel a little more confident, I think, and not have to look down at every step that I take. Um, and then of course Michael has it in my head because of the damn brown recluse down here crawling up, and you don't even know that they're biting you, but they crawl down into your boot or in up your pant leg as you're standing out there. I don't take the time to figure out what. Yeah. I mean, I'm yeah. I love nature, and I just have a hard time. Like if it's not doing anything that deserves me to stomp it to death, then I'm pretty much just gonna let it do its thing and go. But um, I haven't had to have the experience of something other than a coyote when I was out hunting was tracking me or came in on my scent anyway, and stood not very far from me for the longest time staring at me. And all the while I was wondering where its buddies were, if they were behind me. But he stood there and stood there until I raised my rifle up at him, and I still didn't want to shoot him. And even in there, New Hampshire, everybody's like, you got to shoot the yote, shoot the yote, shoot the yotes, because they're nuisance. But I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. It wasn't anything I was hunting. It wasn't anything I was after. And it was just doing what they do, being natural predators. So I feel the same way with the snakes, I guess. Unless the freaking thing is charging me, then it's going to be a whole different story. If I miss it and I run. I don't know. What do you have down there in DC for snakes? Yeah, Becca, I do that with the spiders. But again, like I don't know. I'm very inquisitive too, and with nature and everything, I always want to know what it is. So this freaking spider, I knew it wasn't a black widow, but it looked like a widow. And come to find out, it was a brown widow, a very close cousin of the black widow, and it was huge. So I'm guessing it was a female. And but always want to investigate first, so I'm trying to look. I'm trying to take photos, all while this humongous freaking spider's on the wall, poisonous spider. I'm like, hey, could you just flip over? Yeah, do you mind just flipping over for me, please? That's me. But then I squashed him. But I have to investigate. I'm like, what is it? What kind of thing is this? What is this thing? Well, there's 11 of you left in the house, and I still haven't gone to smoke a cigarette. So I am going to go do that. And if you're here when I return, then fabulous. I appreciate you greatly. We could hang out. If not, then that's okay too. I understand. It is the middle of a work day. It actually is. Yeah. For some, it's still a work day. Maybe if I leave it running, some people will get out and they'll pop in, and I can retell the whole entire story. I don't know. But whatever. Like I said, I don't have anywhere to be. Actually, I do kind of, but I'm not in a rush to get out. I was going to go do some errands. So I decided to come hang with you all and give out the good news and exciting news. And I am shopping for the reels, and true to form, like I guess, as we like to hear, like a girl, shopping for the looks. Alrighty, I'm gonna walk off. And yes, you're right. Just like I see it a lot of times, people just leave their lives running. I guess a lot of people do that actually, just let everybody just do their chatting, but they walk away and you're like, where is everybody? Like the time Aaron left us all sitting in a pickup truck looking at lines that were a trillion miles away, and he was gone. Oh, Roger, thank you for popping in and bouncing out. Very much. I didn't even see you come in, but you're bouncing out. Enjoy dinner. Yeah, you're a mod everywhere, Mike. That doesn't surprise me. I saw them joking around about making you, I don't know whose live we were in, but they were joking around about making Mike T a mod. Like, do you think that would be a good idea? Would he make a good moderator? I don't know. Oh, you do, Becca, really? You can't choose your reel first. Oh. Well, Tom, thank you so much for being here. I was just going to leave you. I'm going to back up now. I just saw you and you popped away. There you are. Oh my gosh, you missed so much. I was going to retell it for those who are popping in, but I needed to step away for a quick smoke and potty break. I was just going to leave it running because you're just hanging out here with me in my room. And I don't mind. I mean, we got 12 people in the room now. But yeah, I was just going to leave you hanging and chatting if you wanted to do that for a minute. And then, like I said, if you guys are gone when I come back, then I totally get that. And I know I gave up smoking once. I quit for 7 years and then I went back to it. I quit for 3 years once, went back to it. I'm not quitting anymore. I'm not a quitter, Becca. Whatever. So, all right. That's it. I'm watching now. I'm watching chat. I mean, I could take my iPad with me and keep up with the chat while I'm out there. But then I'd feel like you're in the bathroom with me too, and I don't know. It's weird. All right. I'm going to let you chat. And LG, I will definitely come back and fill you in on all the goody details that you missed if you'd like, if you're still here for that. Um, but yeah, I think the thumbnail pretty much tells it away. I'm super stoked, wicked stoked. It's wicked awesome news that I'm getting this JV Outdoors custom made rod. Well, I said that without even tripping over my tongue. That's amazing. Yeah, just take you girls back right. That's how it always works. One of us goes, we all go. Oh, that should be true with the alligators too. Like if we're gonna do the girl squad thing, I mean, you're it can't just be me with the gators. We're all in. We gotta all be in. Right, Sharina? You're in, right? Gators and all. We gotta do it. Yeah, guys, turn your heads. Oh, Tom, I didn't realize you didn't know that at all. I thought maybe you just wanted to. Yeah, well, before I go, I'll give you the rundown so you don't have to hang out if you didn't want to. But yeah, that's the whole exciting news is that um, Uncle Josh put the word out during one of the lives somewhere. Somebody somewhere was talking about something, and Uncle Josh tossed Uncle Josh. Toss my name out there as JV was talking about doing a rod build. And so because of Uncle Josh doing that, and I sent Uncle Josh a link to my ugly stick rod that I wanted to get. Bam. Whoop. There it is. So, and I was asking him, yeah, I'm here. Go pee. Okay. So I can tell you after. All right. Thanks. Cut that story off. I'm not even going to remember what I was saying now. All right. Well, I'm doing that and I'm smoking. So I'll be back. Was that good for you? Mike Costello, thank you for coming in. Michael, JV, wow, you woke up? Still have 12 people in the house, even though I went for a break. Awesome. So, Michael, I was telling them all about the bank and lots of other good stuff. So, I'm sure if you rewind and watch, you'll see all that. No, it was JV who woke up. JV was sleeping. But yeah, so I was just giving out the blast out about the awesome news about getting the rod and the whole story about how that came about. So for those that didn't hear it, I can certainly tell it again. But just basically, wicked awesome. I'm elated for sure. But apparently, this conversation happened, JV, and somewhere in some chat room, they were talking about something. I don't know. JV was looking to build a rod, and Uncle Josh was kind enough to give me a shout out that I was in need or looking for a rod. And so JV was kind enough to say, absolutely, I'd love to make her a rod. Being that I guess I'm just a supporter, that's what I do. I like to support everybody. I support you all. And I never, ever expected anything from that. So and I'm just absolutely elated about it. But I had sent John, and Michael knows this. I already told Michael this story, of course. But I had sent Josh, Uncle Josh, my New Hampshire brother from another mother, a link to my rod that I wanted to buy, which I did get. JV, I did get this while I'm waiting for your rod to come. But because I do want to go fishing with Michael on Sunday, that was my big thing, and I wanted to put some line in the water. And as I had said, he's going to help me. I'm waiting. I'm not doing anything with it. Even though I have all the stuff, and I was saying I could probably YouTube it, kind of like I did with my pistol cleaning, but I'm not. I'm waiting to do all that. So I'm very excited about it, and I wanted to have something that I can just kind of go out there with, but this is it. So I sent Uncle Josh this link to this rod and just kind of said, what do you think of this for a starter rod? And he said, oh, that's okay. And then asked me, did JV reach out to you? I'm like, no, why would JV be reaching out to me, And then we kind of had some joking on going around in there. But then I said, well, okay, I'll give him a call once I go in and get my rod. Roger, you're still here. But anyway, he says, no, you might want to call him before you go get the rod. So, and then that's when I learned about the whole thing, that he was going to build a custom rod. And so I was telling them, JV, I'm not giving out any information about the color scheme or any of that. And also explaining that you sent me the links to a couple of reels. I sent you a message. And that's when Becca said you were probably sleeping, which is fine. But I sent you a message just because it's overwhelming. And I was looking at reviews on the reels, not necessarily good ones. So yeah, it's a hard choice. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those two reels. I think Michael had one too that he wanted me to look at. We haven't really discussed that one, and I haven't gotten a link or anything for it. So, but there's another one out there possibly for me to look at. But I want to get it ordered. So I want to make sure I get something, I know they're both good reels, but the reviews on one of them, I wasn't sure. And then the second, or the first link that you sent me, I wasn't familiar with the name, and I really can't find anything on it, even as far as getting reviews. So I wasn't too sure about that. Investigating that a little bit, I kind of think I know the brand that it's related to, but again, I don't want to give out too much of that, because even with the reels, I want to get them ordered and do an unboxing of the reels with the rod. But in the meantime, this was the rod that I picked up, and I've been kind of showing it off because I really actually just only like the catfish on there. I think that's cool. But yeah, it's just the ugly stick with the Shakespeare. And again, I haven't done anything. The only thing I did do was swap my handle around. And I have to figure that out because I am right-handed. Although I guess some people do cast with their right and reel with their left. I'm not sure which way I'm going to be comfortable. So hopefully we'll be able to do that Sunday if the weather holds for us. But Michael seems to think that regardless of the rain, he's going to go. It's supposed to be really cold. And I was explaining here too that when it rains here, it's not so much about being out in the rain, it's just that everything gets flooded. So depending on where we can get in to go do that. But I'm definitely excited about getting out there and doing that. And whether we go live or not, I don't think really have a preference. So I guess we'll leave that up to how we feel on that day. Yeah, that's what I said, Michael. That's what I was saying, that we were definitely going to get me fixed up. That's why I haven't done anything with it. I don't intend to. I'm going to leave that for you to kind of go through that with me. And yeah, so, and again, with the live thing, I can't guarantee that we'll go live. I think we'll determine that how we feel about it when we're there. Because the last time we went out fishing, it was pretty awesome that we just hung out. And we didn't have the live stream going on. And then, of course, when Mike caught the fish, that was beautiful fish, by the way. And then I was posting the pictures on the Facebook, but hanging out, for me, I just enjoy that so much. So the live thing to me, if we catch something, we'll definitely put it on video, though, for sure. So we can always do the video after. It doesn't necessarily have to be live. So that's basically, that's the story. And being so appreciative and thankful. And I was giving the shout outs, and Michael, you weren't here for that, but and I know that you don't care for me doing it so much, but or care if I do or don't do it. But I did want to give the shout out because obviously, as I was saying, my YouTube is, I thought 10 years, it's actually 11 or more years old. But I never did anything with it until I came down here and met Michael. And then coming on here to support him and his channel really brought me into it. And he's really the one that introduced me into the YouTube community that we're in now. So the fishing community. So a big, huge shout out to him for that. And then it's been keeping me occupied and busy. And I love making the thumbnails for his channel as well as my own stuff. So we've been kind of collaborating with thumbnails back and forth, but so it's entertaining for me, if nothing else. I just enjoy that. So as far as going anywhere with my channel, I really don't have any intentions. I just like to share my adventures. So that's where I'm going with that. And then, of course, the big shout out to Uncle Josh. Oh, you did? Okay, JV. That's the one that had the iffy reviews, though. That one reel that I really liked. The reviews that I was looking at were not so good, but yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely. Oh, okay, that's good to know. That's cool. So, and and as I said too, if I get it, and it doesn't work out, it can always be sent back. And you've all experienced that. Poor Michael's had that experience with his. Oh, actually, he fixed his. I don't know if he told you those stories, but yeah, we all have issues with gear. Oh, Mike T's. Yep. I thought you were still doing the ghost things. Yeah, Sharina, make sure you follow her. Yeah, well, the thing with my sinker, Tom, that works as a strainer as well. So I'm thinking it'll strain out the really small ones. And only, so the strainer and the sinker, it'll be a combination that'll work out well for me. Oh, thank you, Maria. I told them, I said we could win the possibly win the Whiskers Awards for oh geez, I forgot now. What was it I said, Becca? I don't even know. Oh, something duo there. I forget what they called it. Oh yeah, so Becca's already working on a collab, so we're gonna do a girls thing. So she's already talking about split screen fishing and everything with the girls. So myself, myself, and Sharina, but they don't want anything to do with my gators, and I'm like, I can't be the only one out here with the gators. That's just not gonna work. So yeah, basically that was it. I posted those links down there to my shout outs because if you're not following any of those guys, if you're not following Mike Costello Outdoors, please do so. Please hit that link. It is in my description. If you're not following Uncle Josh One Ton Fishing Club or One Ton Fishing Club, which is art also in the group of them, they're amazing. If you're not following them, you must find them and do so. And again, if it wasn't for Uncle Josh making that shout out for me, my New Hampshire brother, I wouldn't even be involved in this. So, and again, with Michael Costello, if it wasn't for him bringing me into this group and into this whole community, I wouldn't even be experiencing this. And then, of course, the biggest thank you to JV for just even considering doing this is amazing to me. So I'm very excited about it. And I am looking forward to the whole unboxing. And again, I want to leave my reels as a surprise to most. Obviously, there's a few that know what I'm looking at. But I'm going to leave that as a surprise for the rest of you, along with the unboxing of the rod. I don't believe that JV is putting any color schemes out there to anybody through any of his conversations about it. So I think that's going to be the big reveal, is seeing what that all looks like when it comes together, which I think is going to be fabulous. My Costello catches a lot of fish. Are you kidding me, JV? Yeah. In fact, there's a lot of videos. Oh my gosh, this fish we had the other day was beautiful. Yeah, razzing him. Thank you, Tom, very much. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, that's not true, Michael. Not at all. I I actually went in and did a lot of clips off a lot of his videos, and yeah, there's a lot off camera. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I just don't catch them on camera. Exactly. I was saying that, that's what happens. You get out there, and not that I've experienced because I'm not out there fishing, but yeah, you catch them off camera, and then the moment you put the camera on to do the live, you don't get anything. All right, JV. Well, thank you for popping in. Thank you again so much for doing this for me. I'm beyond grateful, thankful, and excited. And then we were also talking about the Valentine's gift that you're giving Becca as well. So there's that rod as well. I'm not understanding the story behind why you're not making it for her, but maybe we'll hear about that later. Or maybe I missed it in this when I walked away. I don't know. I didn't have a broken reel, Tom. Michael had the broken reel. I don't even have a reel. Well, I have a reel now. Yeah, no, that's his reel that he fixed. So yeah. And the fish that was caught on Sunday was caught on his new pole, and I assume his new reel as well. And I think, yeah, and he uploaded the video for that catch. Well, there you have it. Yeah, there are parts missing. You order the stuff online. Well, Michael had said that he kind of had doubts about them when he opened one of the reels and there was actually line on it. So there, that could have been a giveaway that it was used. And obviously somebody had used it or opened it prior and parts are missing. But he was able to figure it out, and that's good. So he didn't have to bring them back. I have a general purpose tool. I mean, it's like a Leatherman, I guess, but oh, I saw the one JV also was posting or had the video about. I don't think I commented on it or anything, but I did watch it. I have like, I don't know what you're talking about, Mike T. I don't know, but yeah, I have that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about getting out there and yeah, getting the line in the water and waiting for the custom rod to come. But it's definitely a blessing. It's telling everybody how I left a lot of my gear in New Hampshire and not having the money. I need to replace my camera. I need to replace some tips and get a drop away for my bow. Yeah, the wish list is long. And not having anything to do out here, down here, is really hard. So, and I was been telling Michael all along that fishing here may not necessarily be my thing. I want to get out there and do it, but in the summertime, I'm not sure. And certainly at night by myself, I wouldn't. So, again, a big shout out to Michael for allowing me to join him on his adventures with that. I haven't, Tom. I have not even, because I didn't even have my fishing license. So I wasn't going to even, I'm sure Michael would have let me reel one in if we had him, but I didn't have my fishing license to do that. So the nice thing now is having that, we can put a lot more poles out. I think we can have 4 each. And I only need 1. So yeah, we're going to need a bigger bank. Yeah, so I don't even know, like, watching how everybody catches these fish and like the excitement of that pole just freaking bending over. But I've never had one on. I don't know what it's going to feel like. I know what it was like to bass fish and when the bass hit and how that works, but I don't know what to expect when the catfish gets on there, and hopefully not a gar. Becca, make a video. I miss that stuff. With the food, we were talking about food almost like immediately. That's right. Exactly, Tom. Anything I catch for a catfish is going to be my PB. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Michael actually put gummies on for me one of his streams, one of his live streams, but the oh, I don't know what the symbol is. No, not her flu, but her something. But yeah, there's actually somebody out there did a big video on the gummies and how they actually work to catch catfish, I guess. I can't remember the name of the channel for that guy. Maybe it was Mike Turner that told me about it. I really don't remember, but there was, yeah, I guess he did a big thing on it and proved that they work. You know, I guess you're probably not catching the big catfish on there, but yeah, that works. A cow? Oh, did I miss Becker and a cow? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I guess I must have missed that one. Feeding the cows. Last one I saw was her building a snowman. Yeah, so yeah, exactly, Mike. I think maybe it was you then that told me that that guy did it and proved the whole gummy worm theory. Oh, I have to go back and read. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I don't keep up, and that's what I was just saying too. Like you watch and you're reading the chat and you miss the actual story, and then I just make shit up as I go. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go back and read. Of course. Yes, that part I got, Sharina, that you were sharing me what the symbol was. It was a cow. I was reading through Michael's con. Never mind. It's gone by. I can't keep up. Yeah, I saw that you were letting me know that it was a cow symbol because I couldn't see that. All right, thank you for coming back in. I don't even know what we're talking about now. Sharina, have you fished with gummies? And then we are talking about the food. But yeah, pretty much that's it. That's the news, and I did want to just put it out there so that everybody can be hopefully looking forward to an unboxing. Oh, did I have potty language? Dang it. I wonder if I can go back and do the bleep bleeps. Bleep, bleep. I mean, I did have to go potty. Was that the potty language? Did I have potty language? I don't know. Yeah, see, I said, like I'm always saying I'm loud, and I have to be told to not be so loud. It's horrible. And yeah, apparently I have to be told to watch my mouth. Sorry. This is a public show. I'm not on the Dobson explicit channel. Yes, gummy worms and bears. How do you put a bear on your fishing line? That's catching some big fish. But anyway, yeah. So I wanted to just put that announcement. Oops, I just did it again, banged you. Not sitting still. Wanted to put the announcement out there, so hopefully you guys will be looking for the unboxing and the unboxing of the reels, and also to give all my big shout outs to everybody. And I just appreciate everybody who does come in and watches and listens and puts up with my nonsense when you do. I think, like I was saying, this might be my second, maybe my third live. I don't even know, but it's definitely much more fun with Michael. We definitely, I always laugh, and I love going back and watching us when we're on the lives because it's just fun. It's funny. So that's good. You're gonna have to be looking for my fishing adventures. Then I'll mix those in. Though I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna be out there fishing all the time. I'm Laura the Explorer. Oh, did I mention that was Michael also that helped me with that? Kind of came up with the ideas for the name, but he's the one that suggested the spelling the way it is, which I think is awesome. And I did actually do a search to see. There are other Laura Explorers in there, but not the way that my spelling is. So I think you'll find that it's a lot easier to find me that way for those who sometimes in the chat will ask, or a link doesn't get thrown out and they're asking and they're trying to find me and they can't find me. So if they did want to follow me, there's that. It'll just be easier for them to search me out. And I think Lori fits in with the dots of Shh, Maria. Yep, that was fun. But yeah, and then like I said, eventually one day maybe I'll have the opportunity to go in and actually change my link because right now it's my channel is 11 years old. I'm kind of grandmothered into the link thing, and I'd like to be able to change it maybe to match my screen name, but I can't do that until something like 100. I think it's 100 subscribers before you can do a custom link. So if that day ever comes, then I'll worry about it then. But like I said, I don't really have any plans for this channel. I just like to come in here and share stuff, and it's entertaining for me. So, and then I just got to meet so many great people and be supportive of everybody doing their thing. Yeah, I definitely missed the cow thing. Oh, she's watering it, so I guess that's good. Whose link do you got there, Dobson? Pig Patrol TV. Oh, you know. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Sharina. Yeah, and that's just it. And that's what I was saying. Like my channel really just was dormant. I didn't do anything with it. I mean, I would share my hiking. I would share my links sometimes out through over the years, but to family or friends or anything. But for the most part, that's all I only started this way back then just to have a place to keep that stuff and go back and look at it every once in a while. So it really just sat dormant until I met Michael and talking about his channel and then coming in on that. And then I don't know, I just started to support that and tossing his links out there. And so it just kind of went on from there. And then I got to meet everybody that I'm talking to now. So I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, and then trying to keep up sometimes, like in the chat. Obviously, I can't even keep up reading it. Never mind typing in it. But like I said, even not going live, too. You know, hanging, just sitting back and doing the fishing, and maybe just taking the videos as it happens. That's cool too. But yeah, getting an opportunity to come in and hear and not have to keep up with typing, and doing that live for that. So, Big Slim, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, IT, you got a lot of people in your area. Awesome. Thank you very much, Roger. Northeast Texas. Yeah, it's definitely an exciting thing for me. I was like trying to tell Michael I'm not really sure where I'm going to actually do the unboxing. I'd like to do it outside somewhere maybe, but the weather here is it's getting cold, and it's always forever raining, and anywhere by the water is pretty much flooded. Yep, pretty much sucks. And that's why it's so hard for the fishing and everything here, and it's just true of everything. But I'll definitely make a plan to do that, and I want to do the unboxing of the reels at the same time as the pole, so I'm not really giving too much of that out of what I'm going to go with or what color schemes we're doing on the pole or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully you'll all just come back and tune in for that or be on the lookout for that. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun, Mike T? Yeah, all kinds of little call outs for competitions here. Becca's trying to start an all girl group. We already got that plan in the making. Now we're gonna do East Coast versus West Coast or something of that nature. I don't know. That's too much involvement, I think, for me. I don't. I enjoy sitting back and watching all that and supporting all you guys, but yeah, I can imagine how much. I mean, I'd have to quit my job to keep up with all these videos and everything else. If any of you are not link throwers and do want your link out there, like Sharina's, I don't know if anybody's tossed her link out there for her, but if you could, that would be great. I know there's a few other names in there that have channels that they're going or working on. Please do try to toss their links out there. I know I don't have a whole lot of followers that are going to link into you, but whatever you do get from here is great. And anybody else coming along to watch the videos, they might actually catch those links. That's what I do sometimes. I'll go back and watch videos, and then I pull links from those videos. So in fact, there was a live that happened that I went back to watch of Michael's, and I was going back to kind of pull some of the links off the people that got tossed out there, but the video got deleted, and it wasn't Michael's. He didn't delete it. It just got deleted. But we couldn't go back. We couldn't go back and pull a picture of the fish. We couldn't go back and pull links. So yeah. But hopefully this one's not going anywhere, and so you can link it to death. I don't know. Oh, well, you're very welcome, Hooks and Hammer. I wish I could do it here, but you got plenty of link tossers out there, so they'll put them out there for you. Absolutely. You know, every little bit that any support, I'm always happy to support everybody if I can. Um, it can be hard to link it or like every single person's channel, because then, oh my gosh, you get a slew of them, and then you can't, you know, it can be hard to keep up with. Yeah, definitely don't try to do that while you're driving. Ah, that explains the cow. Becca's in the barn. Yeah, this is why I got the warranty on the pole. It's not going to be long, and I'm going to have a broken tip, but I'm going to put that away. All right, well, I guess as long as everybody's getting their links out there, I was going to give it a few more minutes so you have time to do that. But I think I want to go run some errands now, actually go accomplish something for the day. But I did want to just, again, I wanted to just pop in here and share my news. And then give you something all to look forward to. Coming back and checking out JV's custom rod. So that'll be exciting. And then hopefully I'll catch something on it at some point. And then again, like on Sunday, as I said, I don't know what our plan is as far as going live or not going live. I don't think that we're scheduling that. So I think we just want to go fishing. We just want to go fishing and get hooked up. Share my link 700 more times. Is that all you need? 700 more? Well, I think most of everybody that's in here already is linked up to you or hooked up to you, but yeah, link them in. Well, your link's on my Costello is in my subscription. I mean, in my description. JV Outdoors is in the description, and Uncle Josh, his link, Uncle Josh's link is also down there in the description. So, yeah, that should be easy to find. I'm hoping the links work. I really didn't actually go check it. I just put them in. Yeah, I don't know, cause yeah, we'll see, Michael. I don't know. I'm just anxious to get set up and stuff. And like I said, I haven't done anything. I've left it just the way I bought it, except for I did swap the handle over. I did do that, but I'm waiting for everything else so that I can get the rundown from you, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I was talking about how I have the chicken right now in salt. And I do have a little secret sauce of my own that I'm going to add in there eventually. So I don't know that I'll catch any fish on my bait. But I figured I'd try it. It doesn't hurt. Toss a gummy or two out there. We'll never know. But I think that's the plan. And if we don't get completely rained out, but if we do get completely rained out, then we'll be sitting in a vehicle, casting lines from the vehicle. And I'm super excited. Secret sauce. I just knew, Becca. I knew something would come up. Yes. And if I catch fish on my secret sauce, then I maybe I'll share it out. We'll see. um, but anyway, yeah, Becca, I'm very excited for you and your new rod as well. And I love that I can just pop into streams every once in a while, wherever, and there's JV talking about the rod, or you guys were in there the other night talking about your build, and I'm sure that's really exciting. I hope your pattern that you're looking for specifically, I hope you find that and that works out well. I kind of have an idea of what you're looking at, because I had a specific hunting pattern that I liked and looked for, and also for whatever reason had a hard time actually finding it. But yeah, I had to do a lot of Googling, and I'd come across stuff like that. So I hope that works out well, and I hope we'll get to follow that along with you as well. That's a heck of a was it Valentine's Day gift? Yeah, that's awesome. No, Becca. Maybe the next time we go to the ladies' room together, I'll give you my rundown. We got to figure out if it works first. Sharina. Yeah. I don't know. I was talking about on the phones. You're probably using a flip phone. But I was talking about the time Aaron walked away from the live stream and left us sitting in a pickup truck, and the poles were really far away, couldn't even see them, and he was just gone. We couldn't hear anything. We couldn't see anything. We were just in the chat. That's right, JB. You missed that whole thing with us. Where one goes, we all go. Oh boy, you guys just wait until we do the fishing, group fishing, online, live, all girls fishing. Oh my gosh! And with our personalities, it'll be hysterical. Yeah, I know. I generally don't invite people to go to the bathroom with me, Sharina. So And a lot of times I'm peeing outside. So you really don't have. But yeah, I don't know. I don't usually go, hey, I'm going. You want to go? I don't know. But yeah, it just happens. Aw, isn't that sweet? That's awesome. Yeah, so then, yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing your lives. So you and JV going live fishing, and that'll be fun to watch. That's true, Tom. Yeah, 100 rods, and that's what I was saying to Michael. We're going to need more bank space now that I have my fishing license because he can put all the extra rods out there. I mean, like I said, I only need one. Although I was joking about the fact that I have this one now and the one coming. I already have 2 rods, and I've never even put the line in the water yet. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maria. You put hooks and hammocks link out there for him. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, yeah. I see it there. I see it above. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. I don't know hooks and hammocks if I sub to you. So I'll go back through and I'll grab your link also. Um, we'll give you that extra boost. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, well, that's how it was in bass fishing, Sharina, too. And then like I was saying, I'm a little bit of a gearhead too, so I don't, I just don't have the money now down here. This move, I make $4 to $5 less an hour than I did in New Hampshire, and I'm missing a whole lot of gear. My list is long, so I don't know if fishing is gonna trump my new camera or um, I want to get a drop away from my bow. So yeah, the list is long, so I can only do so much at a time. But eventually, maybe we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I'm not. Obviously, I'm gonna get the rod from JV Outdoors. I don't think that I'm gonna need much more than that. And then I'll have this one as my spare. And hopefully I'm gonna have a decent reel. Hopefully I'll have a decent reel on there, and that'll last me. Because I'm not out there fishing like all of the rest of you guys. I'm not out there fishing as often as you do. I only go when I have the opportunity to go out and hang out with Michael. So, and I'll do that. I don't care that I'm not fishing. I just enjoy the company and being there, hanging out, doing that. I love being outside. I don't know if you guys have figured that out. That's my big thing. I like to be outdoors. It's a diamond bow. It's my diamond compound, and I I actually had some issues with my fletchings were rubbing on my strings and also hitting the arrow rest. So I had to make some adjustments to and turn my nocks just right so that my fletchings wouldn't rub. And then no, it's not a dual cam. Single cam. And then what I did, well, I didn't. I actually had help when I was at the archery range, just talking about maybe adjusting the rest that's on there. I'll go pull it, JV. All right, hold on. No, we're not even talking fishing. We're talking about hunting. Oh, archery. I don't know if I have one. All right. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to. Well, the whole camera view angle thing is weird, but yeah. Um. And I've been actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I actually I've been trying to sight in, and then some of the things I read on, um, or yeah, I see that, JV. Hunting is your passion, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'd rather do the photography of that myself, but I just same thing, Becca. I love to be out there. I don't care. I just enjoy the air and the sun and being out there, finding things to do. That's why I love going down to Huntington Beach State Park. I love walking the causeway. I really do hope to be able to do live. I don't know how the stream, although I'm doing a castle tour that was all glitchy, and not any of you, I think Art um, gave the symbol that I was lagging, but nobody else even said anything. Like, you guys didn't even care. Yeah, I'm at 20, 30, 40, and I was actually I recited. I've been working on recite. I don't get to the range very often because I only have one day off at a time, and a lot of times there's people taking out my lanes. So, and they're putting more out. I think actually this weekend they have 3D shoots out there for us, and I went and volunteered to help set up for that. So I think they're leaving the 3D targets out there for the weekend. But other than that, they usually only have 120, 130, 140, whatever it is. So if somebody's on it, you can't get in there and range in. But I can take a block and walk down the back 40, back 60 yard, whatever. There's a path that goes down. They actually have a tower. I don't know what you call it, but um, so you can shoot down. They actually had a 3D target down there too. I did a video, but I could take my block out there and shoot out there if I wanted to. But yeah, I've been working on that, redoing it. What happened was, I went on YouTube. I think it was YouTube anyway, but I was trying to make sure of how to sight this in. And which didn't make sense to me. So what I was reading or watching was that I need to get out to that range in the backyard. Absolutely. You're a little ways away from me though. But what I was reading about, and this didn't make sense to me, was that you sight in your 20 and you make those adjustments with the actual the sight components. And then you go and you sight in the 30 the same way. So that didn't make sense to me. Why would I be moving my entire component to sight in my 30 when I already set it on my 20? So I got really confused about that. And I thought, in my theory, you would set your 20 and then you would move your pins to sight in your 30 and your 40. But from what I read online, you move the whole entire housing for both the 20 and the 30, and then just move the pin on the 40. So I don't know. I did one of or both of those things, and then I ended up having to go back and I just started to resight back in. But again, I don't get a whole lot of range time out there to do that. So, but what I'm finding was happening. What was happening was, and I don't know if you could really, I don't know if you're going to be able to see on my fletching. You can see it's warped a little bit. So what was happening was my fletching was rubbing, and also on my field points, they're definitely not. Yeah, they're a little bit too big, so there's a little bit of a ridge there. And what happens is when I go to pull it out, I sometimes will lose the whole tip. So, and the whole insert also. So I've lost the insert as well. What am I missing here? Oh, so what you're saying, JV, is there are certain ones that sight in that way? Because I don't know. I don't remember it saying that. JP, thank you for coming in. So I guess then I'm trying to scroll back and read. I'm definitely going to have to go back and read. Okay. Yeah, so Becca. Yeah, it got stuck. um I feel like as Dobson pops in, I'm like, I feel like we're in Dobson's explosive channel right now. The innuendos. But yeah, so basically that's what I determined was that I really want to be what I really want to do is only move my housing for the 20 yard, which is what I went back and did, and then maybe move my pins. But so it just got really confusing for me because I sighted my like I used my bow in New Hampshire, but I really didn't have to mess with anything. So I don't really know why I ended up doing that here, but I did, and I think I got it all foobarred. The foobar. But so yeah, I think what I did the last time I was at the range is I did move the housing for the 20. I went over and shot the 30, and from what I'm understanding, from what I was reading online, is they'll move the housing, but then they go back to the 20. It's a whole freaking process. Like, I don't even know. But I do want to, I don't know. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to see if I was showing you, JV, that but you, looking at it, you can almost really see where, even in here, the fletchings were rubbing. So I'm not really thrilled about that. But as I said, if I moved the nocks, I changed the nocks direction so that I can now, I also can feel the little, I'm going to throw another one out there for you, Becca, but there's a little nubby on the nock so that you can actually pull your arrow in the dark and you would know in which direction you're putting it on the bow. So, but I have the nock set up so that I have it on the one odd colored. I don't know if you've noticed these are purple. But anyway, that's how I want to make sure I put it on the rest every single time so that it doesn't rub on the line and on that rest. But I think it was suggested to me that I go with a drop away. And a couple of years ago, I was looking at putting a drop away on it anyway. So I think I want to go that route. There was one at the time I looked at. But again, the long wish list of things. Yeah, they make it too confusing for sure. Okay, well, I was moving the entire housing for both on the 20. I was moving the entire housing for both the left, right, up, and down. So my left and right is really good. My up and down, actually, I'm getting pretty good where I need to be now. The last I knew on my 20. So my form also changes. I had frozen shoulders, and I haven't been shooting, and I haven't been to the gym lifting weights or anything like that. So all these muscles. So every time I shoot in my stance, so I have to also be aware of my stance and how I'm pulling back and holding my frame while I'm shooting, because it is making a big difference in the way I shoot every single time. So sometimes I group together really close. Other times I don't. Other times they're just everywhere. So that's definitely not me sighting in. That's just me not shooting well or my form not being right. So I just need more time. I need more time on the range or a place that I can do it where I'm not having to fight for space. I hate that. I need my own space. But yeah, they do make it confusing. Yep, I did that just for you. Just for you, Becca, the nubbies. The nubbies on the knock. That's exactly what I said, Mike T. And he just gave me the screen. I almost poked my eyeball out. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but I'm a little more reserved on the occasion that you'll hear me let loose, but hopefully not on live stream. Oh boy, I'm stumbling on all that. I'm staggering. You guys got me all flustered. Dropaways are nice, but I used a whisker biscuit for years. I do not like the whisker biscuits. I don't want one. Right. And again, with the fletchings being a certain way. So, and I guess the drop away just gives you a little bit more leeway. I don't know. But I was starting to say before there were it's been a couple of years now, but there was a drop away that it had camo. My camo is, a little different on here, and same way with everything. Kind of wanted it to match, and there was a drop away that had the camo on it. Oh God, I think it was a match too, and I really wanted it. I should have gotten it at the time, but I didn't. I waited, and now I don't even know what it was. But yeah, if I could get one to match my camo pattern, that would be phenomenal. But if not, then just black would probably be fine as well. But yeah, I want to change all that up. It's just I haven't taken the time to do all that or the money. I mean, I just spent what, $50 on that, on a fishing pole. The dropaways, I think you can get them somewhere in around 50, 60, 70, 80, depending on what you want to spend. What are we talking about? Fitting in. Knobbles and knots, Becca, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't have pink on the, well, no, I don't like pink. No offense, Becca. I don't like pink at all. I mean, if it's a highlight color or something, maybe, but I'm not into the pink. But I think pink. But like even on my arrows, um, I did get the purple camo on my arrows, so. But and it does actually have purple and pink, so. And that was the whole deal with the fletchings too. These were actually, did I get these? I think I got these for my hunting arrows, and then I never ended up going hunting with them. And like I said, I never harvested anything with my bow. Actually, I never harvested anything with my rifle either. I think that's sitting over there too. But I have it, but I've never harvested anything with it, and I don't think I'll be hunting down here. So. Yeah, Dawson. Avid, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you stopping by. I was going to end this stream a while ago. I went to go smoke and let everybody chat, and then we got into talking about bows and whatnot. So yeah, and the rifle is a 6.5 Creedmoor. Some people say that it's kind of a girly rifle, but I beg to differ because it shoots straight for long ranges. So. Oh, thank you. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up. I was just sharing my news, but thank you. I'm reading Becca's thing about the pink. Yeah, the recurve bows. There are some people that do those at the range. I have it too. Yeah, mine's a compound, but that's mostly. What's your fault, JV? Are we talking about something about Becca? So maybe she has a favorite camo color. Yeah, the 6.5 is exactly. You know, like see, I'm bouncing on. Oh, look, a squirrel. I did it again. But yeah, I don't even know how we started talking about gear here, but here we are. Um, yeah, sometimes the problem with that is I don't have a cleaning kit for it, and the 6.5, maybe now, but it was fairly. I think it was a fairly new caliber at the time. I'm guessing, but they didn't. I didn't have. Well, although I guess maybe I can use any rifle cleaning kit. I'm not really sure, but I thought it had to be a specific, not a Pacific. But I could be wrong. Again, I YouTubed how to clean my pistol. And I took my pistol apart and cleaned that and put it back together. I just haven't been back to the range with it since. But yeah, I haven't gotten that far as I'd have to YouTube how to clean my rifle. Or wait for Michael Costello to do it. Mike Costello, rather. But yeah, trying to get time. I don't know. I got this one kind of shoved back here, but limited space. This is the stuff that like I refuse to leave behind. So when I left New Hampshire, I wasn't sure about transporting my firearms. So that was kind of interesting. But the officer, when I left New Hampshire, told me to just kind of bury them in my car. So that's what I did. I don't think it would have been an issue. I don't know, because I had to transport across state lines. So. And it's just got a Weaver scope on it, nothing fancy. But I do like the camo on this. This is also part of why I liked this this rifle, but it's not overly heavy. Like what was I out? I think I went out with maybe. I think I had somebody 7mm maybe. I don't even remember, but I was out hunting and walking in the New Hampshire woods. Although you really shouldn't have to walk that far out, but I was, and the thing just got so heavy, and I just found it was too much. I really didn't want the heaviness of it, so this gives me a nice. It's just a nice weight. It's a really nice gun. I don't get to shoot it very often, so. Although I guess there were, Michael took me to the shooting range, also. Again, another shout out to Michael, because if I hadn't met him down here, I don't know. But it keeps me in the realm of things that I really enjoy doing, which is awesome. So, but I did go to the shooting range here, and when we went, there was somebody, I don't remember what they were shooting. Oh my gosh, it was so loud. I mean, I got to shoot Michael's, a lot of his guns and stuff, and then we had an AR and everything out there, but this person next to us, I don't know, they were shooting some sort of rifle next to us. It was so loud, but I don't even know why they would be doing that inside the range, because it's not very long. So I'd like to get out there like JV, you know, in the woods, and having that space to do that so I can do the long range. So there you have it. Yeah. Don't point it at me. Yeah, I actually had it stuck under my chin. But I know it's not loaded because nope, nothing in it. All right, well, that's the rundown on my gear. So, I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to mount my fishing poles up on the wall too, but my little space here. I don't even know if like there's a place out here to shoot rifles. I mean, it's so built up. Like it, I don't know. At home, I could just go to a sand pit, or I mean, I typically didn't go shoot in the woods with it, but I mean, go to a friend's backyard, or find a sand pit somewhere, and we had no trouble there with the firearms. But yeah, I guess it's not a bad scope, JV, the Weavers, but they certainly make some that are much nicer. And I think was it this one? I don't know if I think I had a red dot on this for a little while. I like the red dots. Those are cool. Kind of takes the guesswork out of it, I guess. I don't own the red dot myself. I think I was using. Catfish Regulators. There he is. Aaron, thank you very much for coming in the house. We're not unboxing today. Who died? I missed. Go back. Bushnell scopes. Definitely. Those are nice too. Again, you can get into just like anything. That's what I said. It's the gear, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's all, some people are all about name brand. Other people, they have different reasons for stuff. But I think my binoculars were Bushnell. I paid like $200 something for a freaking pair of binoculars that are broken. So there's another thing on my wish list, is replacing my binoculars. And then again, like I said, my camera. But yeah, we're not unboxing. Today is just the reveal of an upcoming boxing. And I'm pretty sure my thumbnail is pretty self-explanatory on that. And the whole story behind that is long, so you'll have to rewind. But yeah, I am the lucky recipient of a JV Outdoors custom fishing rod, cat fishing rod. And that's what this was about, is kind of getting that news out there, and also giving all the shout outs to my brother, my New Hampshire brother from another mother, Uncle Josh, for putting my name out there so that I had the opportunity to receive this awesome gift from JV. And then also for Mike Costello Outdoors, especially for just for everything. I can't even be specific on what I can thank him for. It's untold amounts of things. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. Again, I'm so thankful that you guys are able to pass some links out there. And I'm anxious to go back through and see what Mike Turner linked, because I know that he was throwing links out for me that were not related to all of what you guys are doing, but more for my adventures. And I'm really looking forward to getting more involved. Not that I don't enjoy the catfishing community, but I like the adventures, exploring, and the haunted stuff too. So it would be awesome to come across something in that realm that is like this community. But so far I haven't. So hopefully my tea will help me explore that a little bit. But I haven't seen any real lives or anything like that that has to do with exploring the old abandoned stuff. Thank you, JV. I tell them that too, that it's very hard for us to get together to, sometimes it's just for coffee. I miss our coffee times. Oh my gosh, the best laughs we had just sitting and drinking coffee in my car while we were watching 1 Ton Fishing. and we were sitting there having coffee. But he does between working nights, also goes to school, also has his kids, and also has his own life. So yeah, um, the time that he does have that we can get together either for the coffee or for me just showing up where he's live. I love that. It's great. Lots of laughs, yeah. And that's why I was saying I think that we could probably easily win the dynamic the dynamic duo on the Whisker Awards, but I don't think we don't get out there together enough for that sort of thing. But this is kind of funny. I think we just enjoy it anyway. Like hopefully Sunday, it'll just be fun. So like I said, whether we go live or don't go live or whatever, doesn't matter. It'll be cold. That's all I know. It's gonna be cold and rainy. We might be having coffee in the car. Probably will be it. But we'll have snacks. We'll have chicken. If we can't go fishing with it, we might as well eat it. Or not. Oh gosh, Becca, did I freeze? Oh gosh, I hate that. I always feel like Vogue every time you get that freeze frame. And then you see it later and you're like, oh my gosh, of all the times to freeze, why was like my face all twisted? It's so weird. I can't believe I'm still sitting here talking to you. This is just what I said. I'm like, I just want to do a quick, hey, everybody. I hope you're going to be looking forward to this unboxing. And yeah, here we are. Oh, does that say 3 hours? I haven't been on here for 3 hours. That's crazy. No, Becca, that's just, no, you didn't. Did you? Oh, maybe. Oh, I froze on somebody's screen. Oh, well, see? Well, see, now that's what I was saying when we did the castle tour, the live there. Not, I think Art was the only one that made comment about the fact that I was, and I kept asking you, got 2 hours, Avid? Really? Jeez. Yeah, I kept asking you guys too if I was lagging or if everything was okay, and you're all like, "Oh, it's great, it's fine, it's fun, it's fun, it's fine, it's great." And I'm like, I go back and watch, and I'm like, "What are they?" The whole and yeah, I think I saw Art give me the lagging sign, but other than that, I don't think you guys ever really commented on the fact that I was lagging, which is hysterical to me. But that just tells me that you enjoyed it that much that you didn't care. Oh, I'm guessing. I'd love to do that again. I think it worked out well and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that a lot. So I'll have to think of some other adventure to do that with. Unless I can talk Michael into taking me down to, when we talked on one of the lives, I think everybody was in there for, we talked about the haunted plantation. But there's also the old, I don't know about, the trespassing thing could be an issue. So there's a couple places like I wanted to go. I posted on my Facebook this link. They did a tour through this old amusement park that used to be here in Myrtle. And ever since I came down here to visit, I was really wanting to go tour this thing. But they've since taken some of it down. But there was a recent tour of it, and I was like, I just want to go so bad, but I wouldn't go by myself. I have a couple of girlfriends here too that want to join me on my adventures, so maybe I can talk those two into it. I don't know, but I don't want to. I don't want to be trespassing either. And not only that, but in the video that this person took of this place, there was a big splot of blood on the floor. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get involved in that. Oh, during the tour, Becca, yeah. I wasn't even sure through that whole thing. I had no idea, and it definitely was. But in a way, when I went back and watched that tour, it was kind of cool because it just did these quick shots of everything, and like that's different. And I think you could still hear me vocally, but um, just the picture was just really weird, which probably would have worked out if I wasn't in the frame, but just with those frames moving like they were, it's kind of neat. And I do think that there was a ghost in there because I was talking about that, how my map, I was talking about the map, and then how I had one and I didn't want to bother with the map. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't even know where the map is. And then poof, there it is. It falls out of wherever it was. It fell out at the exact moment that I said it, and it landed on the floor beside me. That's crazy. And then I think you guys heard the story of Mike Costello and his ghost. And oh my gosh, in my last live, we talked all about that. Somebody else had some kind of haunting. I forget who it was, though. Oh, I did not know that Kelly Bullock was Timmy's brother. Yeah, I did not know that. But you guys should really probably all head over there. I mean, like I said, I was just hanging here chatting because you guys all were still hanging here. But I'm ready to end this. I was just coming on to do my blasting of my news, apparently to show off gear. I wasn't planning on doing that either. Sharp Fishing, is that Sharp Fishing TV? Yeah. So there you go. There's a whole lot of lives on now. So hopefully I kept you entertained before all the other lives came on. And if nothing else, I just wanted to give my shout outs out there. And again, my one-time fishing mug over here, make sure I was showing that. Doing my usual supporting. And I just thank you guys all for coming in and supporting me on my adventures and sticking with me as I work my way through whatever it is we're doing down here in South Carolina. I'll find my niche eventually. And I assume, and I thought you were driving, Michael, maybe on your way to work. I wasn't sure. Laura the Explorer. Yeah, I love that. Um, oh, that's so nice, Abby. Thank you. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here chatting. Oh, wait. What am I two-timing you on, Becca? You're the one leaving. You guys are going to go watch other people's lives. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that Kelly was Chesapeake's, Timmy's brother, relative. I didn't know. I mean, I just don't know. I'm oblivious to a lot of things. I mean, I just come on, watch you guys do your thing. I don't really get involved with all the other stuff. I don't know. Or I try not to. Sometimes I do. Little brother. Interesting. Well, all right. I wanted to go run some errands, a couple of things I want to pick up for my Sunday fun day fishing with Mike Costello. So again, I think everybody that's in here is probably already subbed. If you're not, please do so. Again, I think in my description line, I've got you guys linked in there. Plus, I think the links have been thrown out here very awesomely today. Thank you all my link throwers. I appreciate that greatly. Oh, that's a lot of lives. Yeah. Unfortunately I'm not watching lives. I've got to well, I don't have to, but I'm going out, hopefully. At least go out and get a real coffee. Dunkin's coffee or something. Get something to eat. But I had some things I also wanted to just pick up for Sunday's fishing, so I'd rather do that. And I don't even know what time it is. Oh, holy smokes. It's 5:52, y'all. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that so much. And again, yeah, I certainly can't make any promises on whether we're going to go live or not go live. And I don't know. It depends on how we feel when we're out there and how the weather is and all that good stuff. But you might see us. But if nothing else, we'll definitely have a video or two, certainly if we catch something. Of course, Michael probably will. It's just whether or not I get anything off my bait, my line. Yeah, JV, exactly. It's like just like me. If I happen to see that somebody's on, the only ones that there's a certain few that I will definitely make sure I get into, or watch, but typically I don't. If I'm awake in the middle of the night and I pop in on somebody that happens to be there, great. If not, I'm not scheduling time for that. But I think that's true. I think nobody really expects that. I come on here, and like I was in the middle of the afternoon, and I don't expect people to be here. Really, I mean, I expect somebody to be here, but I don't really expect there to be a lot of people. It's a work day, and I have a very small circle. I kind of like my circle just the way it is. So, and then also people that either are sleeping or like Michael doing his homework. But I was surprised to see Mike Turner, actually. I think that was a benefit of coming in a little later in the day, so the night crew could come and wake up. But yeah, but it didn't matter. It was awesome to have all of you here, but certainly if I was sitting here all by myself talking away, somebody would have seen it eventually. It was out there, but you made it a lot easier. Just be weird sitting here just talking to myself. Yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely, Tom. My first catfish. Yeah, we'll definitely have footage of that. So, like I said, it's possible we could go live. I just don't want to make promises. I think, like I said, we enjoyed just hanging out and fishing off the bank and doing our thing last time we went out. So, and the weather may just not work in our favor for it. So we'll see. Okay, Michael, have a good night at work. Thank you very much for popping in. Popping in? Were you popping in, Governor? Yeah, JV, me too. I need to say goodnight too, because I need to go eat. The night crew. Yeah, the night watchers. Do, do, do. There we go with the creepy thing. All right, guys. Anyway, yeah, I think it's time to go. So keep watching. You got Sunday. We never know what could happen. Sunday will be. I'm just excited about it because obviously Michael's going to take the time to help me through gearing everything up and setting it. And I can't just say how much I appreciate that and him taking the time to do that. JP Slater, that's my line. Absolutely. But yeah, so Sunday, if anything, perhaps we'll go live later. Perhaps we won't, but I'm sure if there's anything exciting happening, we'll post it in a video. So, and we'll try to get some giggles in there as well, hopefully. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to cut it out. I hope you all have a very good evening. Enjoy your snacks, your naps, and or whatever. Dobsons, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I guess I got a little explicit in my own channel. I got to keep that stuff for yours. Maria, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Sean, for coming in to hear my news. I'm very excited too. Yeah, I'm really excited about it too. I'm very, very grateful. Okay, that's it. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy all your lives and all that fun stuff. I love you all. Poof, I'm gone.